Good morning. Happy Saturday. Good morning. Happy Saturday. It's so great to connect with you today. I apologize if you were looking for me yesterday. I wasn't able to make it. It's so wonderful to set up live things ahead of time that with such good intention, but the universe at times has a whole different design for you. So I apologize if you were here yesterday, but it's so great to be here today. It's a beautiful day here in Alabama. We actually had to have sweatshirts and sweatpants on this morning outside with Oreo, but oh, it's so welcome. It really does get hot down here, and when it rains, it pours. I know it sounds like that old. I remember the Morton salt commercial. I don't know if anybody else does that's here, but that was one of their things was they would pour their salt. It could go anywhere, but I don't know. Alabama, you still need to put that rice in the shaker to keep that moisture out. We really have had a great week and so much to be grateful for. So I just like to remind everybody at the beginning of any session to just remember that I only bring messages of the best and highest good. And I'm Donna Marie Crawford. You'll find out information about me, more about me at donnamariecrawford.com. I have many different offerings for all comfort levels, so I welcome you to go and check me out there. But if you are desiring a card today, please just put a little note in the comments that say, hey, could I have a card, or just something to that effect. And I will be sharing messages with those that are most desiring to have it today. But I always start again, only the best and highest good. I don't do any doom and gloom, no death predictions. None of that stuff comes through me. I ask Spirit to share with me through the light. And that's how I like to receive from Spirit and share with others. So that's how I really do ask to have Spirit share through me. Um, I use often all my life experiences. I've learned over time of doing this. I've been doing it probably 13, 14 years now, professionally offering it. I had this ability my whole life, as many do. But I really have blossomed over sharing messages with others and having experiences, just as we all do. Go along the journey, and things are there. So the gifts are there. We just have to open up to see them and know that they come in all different shapes, sizes, packages, and timing. So today I'd like to just start off with a message for the general, everybody that happens to watch this on a replay. I always like to have you remembered. I sprinkle these messages throughout the live. Just started doing this, so thank you for being here and participating with me. Spirit would like to share with everyone, create that vision. This is from a deck that Bob and I absolutely love. We watched this. We kind of wore this deck out when we first got it. I have to tell you, Wayne Dyer is true to our hearts and very active in our lives. Always has been for Bob for so many years before me, and so many years since, and continues on from Spirit. We're so blessed with Dr. Dyer's messages and sharing his evolving. It's a wonderful thing. So the first card was create that vision. This is for everyone. Please also know that if I share a message and it's given to someone else, you hear it, it connects with you, that's Spirit making sure you got it too. Okay? So this says, even if you don't know what you should be doing or what your mission is, you need to practice creating that vision anyway. Remind yourself that before long, the all creating source will bring your vision into physical life in ways greater than you could have imagined. Oh, what a beautiful card. I like to share illustrations as well from the cards because they often speak to you individually with its own specific message for you. This is such a beautiful deck. Like I said, we really wore it out, but I go by guidance, and this is what Spirit shared with me to use today. Have a couple other right here with me, and again, like I say, I have so many that it's just I don't like to seem like I'm overindulgent, but this has been years of accumulation of just following inspiration when we saw a deck that we were drawn to. Okay, Miss Leah, you're the first on my messages here today. And I shuffle the cards and I ask for the best and highest good for Leah. What is the message that Leah needs today? See the God force everywhere. Everyone and everything contains God or the source. Be on the lookout to see the God force everywhere in every living thing. Be cognizant, cognizant, of how this force has delivered many blessings to you throughout your life and continues to do so. I just love the alignment with messages. I always know it's divine. We've really had so much awareness this past week, Bob and I, of gratitude and the gift of source and how things align beyond what we truly could imagine. So, Leah, I love that message for you, and I love that there's butterflies flying in the picture as well. Okay, Miss Ellen, I love you, and I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. We are long overdue for a chit chat. You've been so adventurous, and I've been living vicariously through you, I must share with everyone. Okay, Miss Ellen, live in spirit. What a beautiful card for you. When you choose to live in spirit, you entrust yourself to something greater than your life as a physical being. When you listen and allow, spirit guides you. When you fail to listen or allow your ego to get in the way and run the show, you're no longer in spirit and you are usually uninspired. The first time I heard was from Wayne Dyer, and I love that he used that here with the word ego. He's helped me to realize that when I'm moving into ego, I'm edging God out. And when I think of it that way, I realize I'm not thinking from my etheric higher knowing. And I know that connects with you, Miss Ellen. So I'm so grateful for Spirit for sharing that message. Keep living in Spirit and relish and marvel at how things align and the experiences and the life that you get to live. Thank you for being here. Now, my total inspiration and good pusher, between her and Bob, I don't think I'd be here. So, Miss Charlene, we're going to shuffle the deck with your good intention, only for the best and highest good. And let's see what's meant for you today. Oh, my sunflower picture. I love it. Be a source of inspiration. Boy, is that tagged for you, Miss Charlene. Be on the lookout for your opportunities to be source of inspiration just by being an example. By demonstrating your own connections to spirit, you inspire others, and you'll feel inspiration flowing through you. I can't ask you how perfect that card is for you, Miss Charlene. It is just beyond divine alignment. And I just love the sunflower. Sunflowers, I think I shared previously, is one of my favorite flowers. I have one tattooed on my ankle along with a butterfly for my sister's memory. But, Miss Charlene, when you follow that inspiration, you have been able to marvel at the results. And boy, the sharing, the ripples that you have created in your journey, it's just magnificent and beyond divine, Miss Charlene. You really are. I've been very blessed to have Charlene in my life, and I thank you for being here, and I wish you only blessings and prosperity and joy and love and all of that. And I just heard just a private little message from Miss Charlene is, patience is a virtue. And when we have that, we do feel like we're doing, a more positive thing, even when we're dealing with others that are not necessarily of the same vibration, um, and can invoke impatience in us. So just hang on to that patience that is your natural state, and you'll make it through anything that's going on. Okay. Now, Miss Leslie, thank you for being here. It's my honor to share messages always. You can really find me more information about me if you want something a little more in depth or some, private time with me to ask spirit messages and perhaps even connect with a loved one. I am a medium as well as a psychic, intuitive, and I just love what comes through in messages from our loved ones. Okay, now this is for Miss Leslie, only the best and highest good. What message does Miss Leslie need to hear today? Live and breathe truth. Oh, that's such an inspirational message. Truth is a necessity if you're ever going to live in harmony with spirit and become a source of inspiration for others as well. As you practice speaking from your truth without being hurtful or arrogant in any way, you reconnect with the energy you emanate from the first place. It's when you are natural in yourself. It's not, society has given us so often that, let me show you this picture, Miss Leslie, that, a woman who is really confident and able to stand strong in her inner knowing of what is for her best and highest good. Sometimes they don't want to hear the truth, or the saying from when I was young is a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. That was a song in, I don't know, maybe Mary Poppins. But you do have a manner that you can bring truth to people. Even if it's distasteful, it's helpful. But what I also would ask you, Leslie, is to look at inner truth is what Spirit's bringing through for you today, is that inner truth. When you look for that inner truth and you follow it, it doesn't matter when anybody else around you agrees or sees it your way, because it's your knowing what's vibrationally connected to you and in that feel good range for you. It's not going to feel good for people in other vibrations, just as their feel goods won't necessarily be yours. But when you trust your truth and you don't let it shake, sometimes we're just regaining it. It's always been there. Me doing this and sharing with others has always been within me, but I wasn't, releasing truth. Release your truth, because the world really does need you. You really do feel like you need to inspire others. So keep going and don't stop, even if it's not the general, consensus that that's the right thing to do. Stay in your truth. It's always going to lead us in the best and highest good. Okay. All right, Miss Amber Ann, thank you for joining me today. It's so divine alignment when I have folks join me live, and trust in the timing of things. Bob, many years ago now, gave me the gift that he received as a message that when we say coincidence, strange, weird, I can't believe it, all of those things that we use to describe divine alignment, it's just distracting us from the truth of it. It's divine. There's so much divine miracle, synchronicity, all of these words, but there's so many more that tell us not to believe. Trust in it. So, Miss Amber Ann, today I asked Spirit to shuffle while I shuffle the deck, to give you the best and highest message today. And yours is create an altar. I've been inspired to do that, and it's not a religious practice. It's just a feel good place, is the way Spirit comes through me and shares with others. It's that location where you can connect with energy that's above you, that is, um, really guiding us. And I have things like a little salt candle holder, and my incense, and a mirror, and a drum. All anything that can shift you energetically into feeling positive is what I'm going to encourage for you um, today. And the message on here is create a sacred place within your home, some private corner where an altar can serve as the symbolic residence of your inner vision. When you walk by that place, often offer a silent blessing and express gratitude for the presence of inspiration in your life. You know, Dr. Dyer had such an inspiration to all of us, and this really is, something that we can do for ourselves to help keep us in an energetic state. And even if you don't go by and you stare at it, we do have lots of information that comes to us peripherally. So just keep yourself open and trust in that. But give yourself a space. I encourage people too to, even if you work in an office, and, have a couple things on your desk that as soon as you glance at it, it gives you an energetic shifting into a more authentic alignment that feels good. You're having stress. I look at my Herkimer, and there you go. I can transcend my energy with my free will. So keep that in mind, and give yourself that sacred space. Anyone who feels inspired to do it, it really doesn't have to be a big elaborate. I always like you to have even like a somewhere comfortable to sit, so you could just spend a moment and just breathe. Um, Again, Dr. Wayne Dyer must be with us today so strongly, because I'm hearing, him wanting me to know that. Oops, I'm sorry, I dropped my. Wanting me to know that he's here. And we are using this deck of cards for messages, just in case you're joining after the initial. Um, but Wayne Dyer is just such a divine, really divine energy that there's no disputing his impact on the world. Um, so I think I'm moving to Miss Ashley now. I love my husband so much, and I'm just going to put a note in here that he is my web designer, my tech guy, my right hand, left hand man. He's everything that helps support me in all that I do, and I hope I am only just as much, if not more, to him. I don't know how I could be. He really is amazing. And if you're looking, to find out how amazing he is, check out my website. He's done all the design on it, set it up, and he maintains it. We just revamped it, put some new pictures up there. So if you haven't been there in a while, please go to DonnaMarieCrawford.com. We also have a wonderful, energetic, loving group to inspire others that want to nurture your intuitiveness, your connection with Creator, your divine messages that come through to help you know and expand that to have a more peaceful journey. You'll find out information about that at freetobepsychic.com. I wish I could have free to be everything. But freetobepsychic.com is a wonderful, loving group of folks, and you're more than welcome to come and join us and expand your intuitiveness. We have class once a month, and we have a get together and talk about things, and a private Facebook group as well. And like I said, the souls that are in there are just amazing. Okay, Miss Ashley, we're going to shuffle for a message for you for your best and highest good today. And I thank Spirit always for the honor of sharing messages with others. Think thoughts that are in spirit. Now this is interesting because for you, I feel like it's just so natural um, that it's a validation for you more than it is um, new message. So when you think thoughts that are in spirit, they reflect a vibrational alignment that moves you in the right direction. You know, right and wrong is subjective here. I like to always say right is what feels good. If you begin observing your thoughts and realize that you're going in the wrong direction, not feel good direction, you can, with conscious effort, make a U turn with your thoughts. And thank you, Spirit. This is really reconfirming for all of us. And this is your beautiful picture here, Miss Ashley. I love, I take pictures like this often when I'm blessed to be in a forest. Because when you look up, you see such a different view. Bob and I have fun with that because Bob is 6'2" and I was 5'1". I'm gonna say I'm 5 foot now. I thought that thought this morning, so I'm accepting that. Shrink a little bit, but he sees things that I don't see, and I see things that he doesn't see. So the two of us really, when we share something, sometimes the other doesn't know because they're not seeing that until we get to each other's level, and it's just a real great um, way of saying this is that, you know, when you're in a certain state, you see things in a certain way. This is also, you know, we can make a U-turn. We can follow the inspiration that's guiding us back towards a more positive direction, a feel good direction. Because that's what we are all come in as, and that's what we want all the time that we're here. And we get taught and circumstances and all of that. But ultimately, we want to feel good. That's our natural state. So, and it is different for each of us. So, following that inspiration towards the feel good, they never give up. Creator Source will never give up and stop helping us. There's no impatience. There's no, well, I get told you that 10 times. Nope. Gonna just keep supporting us, keep guiding us. Doesn't have to be relentless and convincing. It's just supportive, soft, loving, and it knows truth. So when your thoughts are in spirit, you can feel the vibrational alignment. When they are not in spirit, that's when we're feeling, some people say, oh, I feel off, or I'm stressed out, or I'm anxious, or that's just being off of that vibrational connection with Source. So thank you for sharing that, Spirit, and allowing everyone to have that message if that is what is meant for them today. Okay. Miss Brenda, we are pulling cards today. I'm not doing a mediumship session at all today. If you're interested in that, I'm honored. Please check out DonnaMarieCrawford.com. I really do have different time increments that are suitable for everyone's level. It's for Zoom or for telephone. But Brenda, I'm going to ask your fiance to please guide us to the message that is meant for you today from this deck of cards. Spend a few moments with God. Now, God is a label that has wonderful feeling for so many, but it's interchangeable for your connection with Source, Creator, Divine, Buddha, whatever it is that you refer to as your source energy. So spend a few moments with Source, with God. Before beginning your day, spend some time with God during the early morning. When you wake up, say to yourself, we almost wore these words off. These are a few moments with God. In these moments, reflect, feel the peace, and most important, Extend your gratitude. I was given a gift by a wonderful mentor that asked us all to just put this into practice for ourselves. And it really has become such a divine part of my morning routine of finding 10 things to be thankful for first thing in the morning, Brenda. I feel that your fiance is wanting to encourage you to know that when you are connected with Source, your fiance is with Source. And when you connect with Source, you're connected with your fiance. And I need to share. They're asking me to share this. Again, I've learned to just go with what they ask me to do. I recently lost a friend up in Connecticut, tragically died in a car accident, and ended her life totally unexpectedly. And there's children in the family, and Bob and I are included in the family by the grace of blessing of having that ability. So I went right up to Connecticut and was able to support the family and be there with everyone. And the kids were outside in the yard with me, and we were talking, and they were missing Auntie Connie and not understanding why Auntie Connie, you know, how come they can't see her anymore? Why did that happen so fast? And we were talking about, well, you believe in God? And they said, yeah. And I said, well, Auntie Connie had a really bad accident. She was really broken up physically. And her and God talked, and they decided it was best for her to go with God. So now God's with you all the time, and Auntie Connie's with God. So God and Auntie Connie are always with you. And I just want to give you that because that is how it comes through me to share with others. And as much as many systems of belief come through and say once we transition we're gone, that's not been my life experience, and that's what I'm sharing. I honor everyone's belief systems and truly, truly know that if it makes you feel positive and uplifted, then it is the right one for you, because that's what we have here in this experience is variety, and we need all different belief systems for all vibrational levels so that we can all connect with spirit, creator of all, divine source. And when we do feel good. And that's what your message is today, Miss Brenda. So thank you for letting us have that connection with source and your fiance and the message that came through for you. Okay. Again, any more information or any, want to connect on a deeper level, I'm always available at DonnaMarieCrawford.com. Should be pinned in the comments for you. So when you're looking to find me, that's where you'll find me. I was inspired to use my name, Donna Marie, when I decided to start revealing myself to others as a psychic medium, intuitive. And I know it was my mom's inspiration that really came through, so I trust it. And I know that as much as I didn't really like hearing Donna Marie when I was young, because if you heard your middle name in our family, we were in trouble, I really do love it. And I have found that many Donnas are Donna Maries. So it's pretty interesting that that's the way it works, If you've joined us and you would like to have a card today for a personal message directed at you, please just put in the comments, may I have a card, please? Or, some kind of signal that you're looking to have a message. Now, this message is going out to my husband because he deserves a message every day. And Dr. Wayne Dyer says, don't forget Bob. In my ear, somebody did. I felt like it was Wayne Dyer. I've learned to trust that. All right, we're gonna shuffle the deck here with only the best intention for the best thing that ever happened in my life. Practice generosity. This is a very pretty card. It's got a double rainbow on it. It's got the meadow. And I'm going to read it before I hold it to the camera, just because I cannot read it that far away. Extend some kind of unexpected generosity to someone, preferably a stranger, every single day for 2 weeks. Oh boy, honey, I gave you an assignment. Didn't mean that. The more you practice being generous, the more you'll impact others in an inspiring way. Well, I can tell everybody publicly he does extend generosity every single day to me in some shape or form, but I'm not a stranger. So I didn't mean to give you an assignment, baby, but you got one. And anyone else that feels that this is something that could help you have a more positive experience in your life. You know, they say when you give, you receive tenfold. It is the universal interaction of energy is, it does flow around and around, and um it doesn't have to be a material thing. And that's another thing Spirit just asked me to emphasize for everyone listening to the message. I'd like to, just remember it doesn't have to be material. It can be, kindness to the cashier who sees 200 people a day and not one of them is nice to her. If you're that one person, boy, talk about the generosity of kindness, of a smile, of letting someone go walk across you at the store that's in the crosswalk and everybody else has been so busy going by. Whatever you feel inspired, that's the right thing. And when we have gratitude, boy, it goes so far. Because I remember Oprah years ago, she was like, random act of kindness. That's where I picked it up, and it really does make you feel good when you walk away. So that's a win-win for everybody. Just gotta love that. Now, I would also like to give Miss Suzanne a message today. And I know that she's one that is with me always. And a busy, busy lady with a couple of kids and a couple full-time jobs. And she's just going all over. So I asked Spirit to align her with a positive message for today. And this is a beautiful card, Miss Suzanne. Engage, Spirit. When you feel peaceful within, you begin to attract more of the peace you desire. Why? Because you're functioning from a spiritual place of peace. When you engage Spirit, you regain the power of your ultimate source. And Miss Suzanne, I just love this picture. She's in a wonderful location that she's able to see the grace of nature in such a magnificent way. You might even know where this picture was taken. So just had to share the amount of butterflies that are in the picture that are just floating around and all translucent because they are spiritual. And when you feel peaceful within, you begin to attract more of the peace you desire. And we all know that Spirit will always align us with only the best and highest good. We may not feel it in that exact moment because we're having the experience, but we're creating for all of those that are yet to come, all that are definitely in spirit engaging us. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really feel honored to be able to share encouragement and inspiration with others and divine messages. And if you really feel pulled or just curious even, you can find out more information about me at DonnaMarieCrawford.com. And I have a wonderful intuitive group that's private, members only, at freetobepsychic.com. You'll find out more information about that. Again, I try to make sure everything is affordable, and there's something for everyone in comfort level. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I thank Spirit as always for all the inspiration and Dr. Wayne Dyer's inspiration that's ongoing throughout my life and Bob's and all of ours. He's definitely impacted the world in such a grand way, and will. And isn't that something that we all shouldn't desire to be able to do? We're not all going to do it on his scale and measurement, but that doesn't mean whatever we do isn't just as meaningful and a contribution and creating with Creator. Thank you all. Continue having a wonderful weekend. It's going to be gorgeous. I'm going to do my best and get this on a regular schedule. I do plan to be able to do live next Friday at lunchtime live. The following week, though, I'm blessed to be traveling, so I won't be able to do it on a Friday. Watch for me. You never know when I'm going to pop up and just do a quick message or two from Spirit with my cards, or you just never know. So it's been kind of fun exploring this, and I thank everyone for their encouragement and support along my journey, and I'm grateful to be able to support you on yours. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. That was timing.